Today I'm going to show you how to find the correct lens adapter so you can mount a vintage lens on your modern mirrorless camera. Hey guys, Sean here with Fotodiox.com, and let's say you've recently found a vintage camera like this Minolta camera with a vintage lens on the front. And now let's say you want to adapt this lens to your mirrorless camera. In this case, we're going to use this EOS R100. Now, how do you figure out what lens adapter you need to mount this lens on this camera? And it's actually pretty simple, and I'm going to walk you through the steps so you can find the correct lens adapter for you. Okay, we're going to start out with this Minolta XG1. Let's say you found this in your grandpa's attic and you want to adapt this lens to your Canon EOS R100. Well, first off, we got to figure out what kind of lens this camera uses. First off, we want to make sure the lens can be removed, because some of these cameras you couldn't remove the lens. But yeah, there's a little lens release button here. We press that in and we can remove the lens. So we know we can probably adapt this lens to this mirrorless camera. But first off, we have to figure out what type of lens mount this lens has. And the best way to figure out what type of mount this is, if you don't know, is to go online. We're going to Google the Minolta XG1. Now Google's AI says this lens is a Minolta SR mount, and that is correct, but it's also an MC and an MD mount. So now that we know what mount this lens is, Minolta MD, now we got to make sure we know what mount our camera has. This is a Canon EOS R100. So if you look this up, this is the Canon RF mount. So we need an adapter to go between Minolta MD and Canon RF. So now that we know the information we need, we can go to fotodioxpro.com, click the link in the description below to go to that website. We're going to click up in the top header, lens adapters. And you're going to see at the top of the page, there are two drop-down menus, lens mount and camera mount. So we're going to pick, for lens mount, Minolta MD. For camera mount, we're going to select Canon RF, and then we're going to click Find, and then click Here. And here we go. Here are the adapters we're going to need. Now there's the basic adapter, which is this one right here, MD to EOS R. This is the one you're probably going to want to get. We have two other options. We have a version that has a variable neutral density filter in it. We also have a version with a macro helicoid in it. You get those two, but for this video, we're going to just stick with the basic MD to EOS R adapter. Now to mount the lens on the adapter, it's pretty simple. We're just going to line up the red mounting dot on the lens with the red mounting dot on the adapter, press the lens into the adapter, and rotate it to lock it into place. There we go. We've got the lens on the adapter. And then we're going to mount the adapter onto the camera. Same thing. Line up the red mounting dot on the adapter with the red mounting dot on the camera, press it in, rotate it to lock it into place. And there we go. Just like that, we've got our vintage Minolta MD lens adapted to our modern Canon EOS R100 camera. Now this is a fully manual adapter. I'll show you right here. There are no electronic communication pins on this adapter, so there's no way for this lens to talk to this camera, which means we will have to adjust focus and the aperture, which is basically opening and closing the aperture. We will have to do that manually. So with this setup, the auto mode isn't going to work great. We're going to either want to go to the M mode, pick our ISO, and then make our adjustments here and just adjust the shutter speed in the camera. Or we can use aperture priority or shutter priority. That will still work even with a manual lens. And that's basically it. If you want to adapt a vintage lens that you've found either by itself or with the camera, if you want to adapt it to your mirrorless camera or even your digital SLR camera, odds are we have an adapter that can help you do that. You just need to figure out what mount the lens is, what mount your digital camera is, and then use the drop-down menu in our lens adapter page to find the adapter for you. Now, if there's a specific lens adapter you're looking for on our website and you do the drop down and there's no option, odds are it's going to be a focal flange distance issue. Basically, that means the lens has a shorter focal flange distance than the camera you're trying to adapt it to, which means the lens wouldn't focus to infinity with a lens adapter. Generally, with those lenses, we don't make the adapters for them. But if you have any questions about a specific lens camera combo that you're looking for, a lens you're looking to adapt, and you're having issues finding the adapter, comment below. Love to help you out. Plus, click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com, and have fun adapting vintage lenses to your modern digital cameras.